back at Hy-Vee with Maddie once again. We're at the Sunshine Hy-Vee, just to remember, folks.
Yes.
I know you know where you are.
It's not very sunshiny in here, but that's
no,
okay.
well, but that's okay. It's coming.
You're right.
As we go into the next couple of days. All right. When we go into all the holidays and everything, the first thing that people are doing, they're grabbing sweets left and right. That's just, it's normal, it's traditional. And you have a few suggestions, maybe some decent substitutions rather than eating, that's 100% sugar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I feel like as a dietitian, I'm never going to take something away from someone.
Sure.
I'm going to figure out what we can do to either add to it. Can we maybe make some swaps to something just to make it a little bit more nutritious?
Right.
And so I figured it'd be just kind of good, especially with Halloween is in a couple days, and then we're full-blown kind of into that Thanksgiving and Christmas mode, talking about some of those more nutritious options for sweet treats.
Yeah, I wanted to back up just a second because I want you, again, it was very important. You don't shackle people and say, you can't do this.
Correct.
That's not the way you do things.
No, not at all. I mean, all in all, like, we're all about kind of what's going to be sustainable, what's going to be easy for you to follow long term. And if you're someone that's like, oh, I'm going to cut all the sugar, and then things happen, and then you end up binging, and then it's just kind of a whole vicious cycle. And so if I can just implement some small changes or tweaks, that's going to do so much better for you in the long run.
Substitutions are much easier than quitting cold
Exactly.
turkey.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Give us some suggestions.
Okay,
here.
so kind of starting fruit. So fruit, a lot of people are scared of fruit. They think it's really high in sugar, those kinds of things. It is high in naturally occurring sugar, which is something that we want rather than the added sugar.
Is that processed differently?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
So essentially what happens is no matter what the product is, if it's a cookie or a piece of fruit, it's going to break down into sugar or glucose. The thing about fruit, though, is that it's got some extra fiber, it's got vitamins and minerals that kind of help slow the breakdown, so we don't see those super high blood sugar jumps and drops. We don't see them happening very fast and very quickly. So there's a little bit of a difference there. So I tell people, if you can kind of substitute, if you have a sweet treat, maybe have some fruit instead. Especially a lot of our tropical fruits, those are going to be a little bit sweeter for us.
Oh yeah, they will.
So you can mix
but
them.
Is it kind of fruit across the board? It's still going to be better for you.
Yes, agreed.
And I like the bananas. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, and all of
because
these
they
things,
have appeal.
Yeah. It's like the third time you've said that.
I love to do that.
It's the third time you've said that. But no, they're all very versatile. You can throw them in yogurts. You can mix them, pair it with a protein shake. You can do all those things.
You can just eat a banana. It's good.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. What else we got?
Yes, so
I'm seeing stuff here.
Yeah, so candy. Again, not going to ever tell someone they can't have something, but let's talk about a tweak. So maybe, you really like candy bars. It's something that's really hard for you to give up. That's fine. What about maybe changing the size of it? Maybe we're buying the mini sizes instead rather than buying the king size or the full size. Maybe we're breaking up the candy and putting in a yogurt or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're still getting kind of that good balance.
You are, but you still have to have the wherewithal to go, I'm going to only eat one of those, not 8 of them.
Yes.
Because then you're defeating the purpose.
And it is a little tough, I will say, but a lot of the times when we're practicing those kinds of things, it does come a little bit easier, especially when your blood sugars are really balanced. You really crave a lot of the sweet treats. So once we can kind of get that balance, then maybe that craving will be less.
Okay. All right.
And then just some different substitutes that I like. So we've got the Unreal brand, one of my personal picks for sweet treats kind of all around. They've got less added sugar than a conventional candy. They've got a ton of different kinds. So they've got an Almond Joy, M&M's, Snickers. They've got a bunch of different
I want to say I've tasted it. You've had me.
Yes,
and
they're very
it was
good.
the Almond Joy.
Yes.
And I like Almond Joy, and this did the trick.
Yes, so...
What is this up here? Because I'm seeing allergy friendly.
Yes, so these are going to be some suckers. They're called Yum Earth.
Okay.
The one thing I really like about these is that they're allergen friendly too. So they have a bunch of different candies under this brand that if you're not necessarily, trying to watch your sugar intake, but maybe you have an allergy, this could be one of those safer candies to have.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and then kind of moving on, so staying hydrated is super important. So trying to make sure that we're sipping smarter. So sipping on things like herbal teas, liquid IV is a really good option too. Even just drinking plain water or having a smoothie, that will kind of help us feel hydrated, kind of help balance out those blood sugars.
What's at the end? We have about 30 seconds.
Yes. And then any kind of snacking, so snacking properly, pairing some kind of protein and fiber with a veggie. Energy bites are a really good option too, especially you want something a little sweet. But those are just kind of all the tips for kind of making sure that we're hitting those sugar cravings.
And there's a whole department of healthy things.
Right behind us.
right behind us, as a matter of fact. So stop by Hy-Vee. You might want to think of a substitute this year. Yeah, good way to think. We'll be right back.